Welcome back everybody to the Martian. We're here at day 40 and things are going well. Our plants are growing and we have quite some food and we should still have a chicken. Yes, it's lurking in the dark. Poor little chicken. How are you doing? It's damaged. But it's still working. Strange little beast. It has enough food. It should be fine. So the sun is coming up, and we were doing something cool. We were playing with lights. So, for instance, these lights, we wanted to control it with a sensor. So we'll quickly label it so that we know what we're looking at. So let's call it E-light 1. I don't know. Not very consistent with the naming yet. Doesn't matter. So last time we were playing around with the logic reader. Let's take a sip of water before going outside. And I couldn't figure out how to do it, but this time I should know. Should close maybe my helmet. So the thing that I'm missing is the logic, this bit. So we'll print one of those, and we want a no, do we want a transformer? No. So that should be it. So let me explain how this works. So we have a sensor that should obviously be inside of your room. So we will move that. But we'll do that after I explain how this works. So let's get all of our gear. Let's remove this one. We don't need it for this setup. Yeah. So what we need is a logic writer and a logic reader. That's the bare minimum, at least in what is my understanding. So we switch it on and we can read the output of some sensors, for instance, let's see, occupancy sensor. So that's this little thingy, and we can cycle what it reads. So activate, or which will I guess just read if there's someone in the room, or a quantity which will measure the number of people, I guess, in the room. These are things you can all find on the wiki, I guess, but those are the options. Because then we go back to, no, something strange. Alright, well, I'll stick it on quantity. So I imagine that if there's a person in the room, then this will go to quantity 1, so this will output at 1, and we could actually directly use it in the logic writer, because the input would then be the logic reader, this thingy. It will receive a 1, and then the output would, for instance, be the interior light, and we set it to on. So that's how it should work. Now of course, in order for it to work, I should move this to inside of our base. So let's try that. And at some point we will do some rewiring as well, because this is getting real ugly. We might actually start a little bit, perhaps. It's not really important. Let's quickly check how much effort this is going to be. So this is still connected, right? Yeah, just the sensor is not. And then we could do something ugly as I guess like that is an option. Not sure if that makes it better, but I don't know how to fix it otherwise. Guess that's connected then. Can we just go like that? It looks like we can. Alright, so now these things are connected. And we don't have wires in front of a window. It's not really pretty, but I don't... it doesn't really bother me. So let's check inside. If we can find a spot for this thing. Come on, pressure. You can do this. Alright. Doesn't really matter where we stick this. I guess there's no spot here anymore. That's all occupied. We will do some recabling. I think that will be a good moment to fix that. It's getting pretty full with all sorts of stuff that we have here. So I guess we'll just put it there. And because this is a separate grid, right? So that would be stupid. Yeah. There's so much crap in this room. Alright. We'll just stick it here. Alright. And then we can go back. Yeah, we can go back outside. We don't need this bit. And now we can change the settings. Where we go, we want to read the sensor and the number of people in the room. So currently that's 0, that is correct. This will read the logic reader still. We'll switch light 2 on. Guess we could also do light 1. Oh no, it is light 1. Switch it on. So let's see if that works. Now ideally you of course want to make like a light group and things like that. Yeah, but we'll do that later on. Because like I said, we anyway need to rearrange the wiring a little bit inside. And there will be a project in like 5 minutes. If I'm able to show that this works. Haha, person in room, light goes on. Person out of room, light goes off. Alright, so that is working. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, if we are rewiring, then we probably want to switch on a transformer or something. I don't know how to do it with a switch. So we could do a transformer and then it switches on all the lights in that group. So I think that would be quite nice. Maybe we'll give the chicken a light as well, eh? Right, so that's that bit. We load up on food and water. Do we need oxygen? Not really. So we got weeds and soybeans. Can we just eat those? Not sure if that's very tasty. I don't think actually you can eat them raw, right? You need to ferment them or something and bake. Yeah, we don't really care about soy. Can we just eat them? I guess we can. What else can we do? Soy oil. Cooked soybean. Huh. So we just put one in? No, I don't think that's how you do it. Or maybe you do. Ah. Nom 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 nom. Alright, so it's all gone. Well, that's fine. Cool. Well, we ate something else. Our body must be in total shock. And we got more wheat to harvest. Let's quickly do that and continue our fun stuff. We have like sufficient wheat for 2 chickens now. So we could continue our chicken project as well, but I'm not sure if I want to. Alright, so that's going. Very tempted to just ditch this there. Maybe I should at least ditch that in the chicken room. Alright. So that's enough of this. We'll go outside for our next project. I should close our helmet. Because in order to rearrange the room inside, we might move the solar panels to somewhere else. They are in a very ugly location, and I think it would benefit us to relocate them. So we have the option to move them to the left or to the right. Since the cables are all on this side, I think it makes a bit more sense to go here. So let's try that. So I think we can just expand our base like so. Let's make a little solar line. The stupid thing is, of course, that this is where our gas tank is underground, so that actually doesn't make sense. We don't want to build on top of that, because if that goes, then it will take everything above ground with it. So let's undo our mistake. So then I guess we go this way. We could also rewire this and go somewhere else. I'm not sure if that's the thing we want to do. No, I think I want to go this way. Oh, there's a doom hole. Alright, for instance like that. Probably need some more sheets, yeah. Iron sheets. And we want some music, because this is not the most exciting thing to watch. Alright. We have like 3 solar panels or something. Yeah, so we want at least 3 of these. So they're like closed systems. Alright, so that's the first step. Will we just move them or first prepare the wiring? I think the latter one makes more sense. So we probably need a bunch of wires. And then I guess we might go to heavy wire. Do we still have sufficient amount of gold and things, or are things running out? No, I think we are right. So this will take a while, so we will check underground what we need to do actually. So I think for the first bit we'll stick with like plain old wire, like the cheap one we have. So we leave the underground bit for now as it is, and we focus on the other bit. So we can always swap it out, of course. But for the amount of solar panels we have, I think this is sufficient. Maybe I'm wrong, and then we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so we want to go somewhere this way. And then I guess up here or something? Just right underneath our locker, or where the hell is that? Alright, let's pause you for a minute. So we go try to... It's like 1, 2, 3. Starting here. So it's 1, 2, 3. So that's right under a locker. That's not really what we want. This is also not where we want to end up. Why the hell do we have... The wiring is becoming a bit of a mess. Why the hell do we have like wires going to the left here? Ah, because that's all the wiring going to a base, right? Yeah. Alright. That's very messy. Doesn't matter. That's not what we want to do now. So yeah, we want to stay clear of that mess. So I think we would just maybe pop up here and then stay clear of that mess. I think that's what we want to do. So what if I would go like that? I think that would work.
Power low.
So it makes sense that at some point you have to mark your wires. You have to color them so you know which grid is what. Alright, so this will be the start. And then we temporarily remove this. I'm not sure what will happen with the closet. Maybe we'll create one big mess. Maybe not. Let's see. Wrench. I guess this is sufficient, right? Because we can access it now. Charge your battery in the meanwhile. So where do we end up? Alright, so that's not too bad. Lucky guess. Although we do need a bit more wire. This is getting so messy. But well. What are we gonna do about it? So yeah, we want to print a bunch more of the other wire, or we just borrow this bit. Alright. We want to transfer the transformer, of course, otherwise this is not going to work. Because we cannot connect those two bits. So let's do that. Alright, and then we go very elegant corner. And up here, I guess. Can we snap to it? Yes. We cannot reach it. Ah, there we go. Alright, and then
Power low.
this bit is a bit tedious. Are we too high? I couldn't really see that actually from this perspective. So I guess now we can continue, yeah. And we want to install this thing back. Just the... wait, this way, yeah. Because power goes from the solar panels. And then... I think the small cable can take like 5K or something. I don't see it yet. What does it say, how much? Oh, 5K, yeah. So that right there. Alright. And we can switch it on, I guess. And that's it. Then we have to weld it up. Now we have to be careful, because if you touch the wire, and then you actually burn it. So we'll leave it like that. Nice. Then time to move the solar panels, and we're really a little bit late because the sun is up. Doesn't matter too much. Alright. So we get our glass back. We have to watch, because I can also deconstruct the wall, so that would be less than ideal. Alright, so this is all the bits recovered from that. So let's...
Critical.
what? Oh, the power. Let's quickly fix that. Alright, so that's then also fine, and we probably want to retrieve that as well. Get the last bits of cable out. Yeah, so this is the downside of installing the ceiling the wrong way around. The iron wall. That becomes a little bit ugly. Look, it's Bob. He doesn't like this at all. It's tempting to put that thing in a cage, but like I said, we don't really need it, so we might as well deconstruct it. I don't know. We'll just leave it and wait for it to break. So now it's... no, still crowbar. To get the iron sheets back. Again, we have to watch where we aim, or our precious base air is lost. Cool. And then probably we can use this. Can we remove this, or will the daylight sensor will be annoyed? Apparently not. Alright. So that looks a little bit cleaner. Right, so we want them to be like that, right? So you want them connecting to the actual block and not just floating outside, which makes a lot of sense. So that's the layout. Then let's first place these things. I guess we can just place one per thing. Might be a little bit prettier. Connect the wiring. Annoyingly, the point to connect the data cable is on the opposite side of the point where to connect the electricity. Not sure which genius thought about, well, invented that when designing these solar panels. Understand from a game perspective it makes you think, so that's interesting. From a real world perspective, I'm not sure if it makes much sense. Come on, you can do it, engine. Oh no, you cannot, you're stuck underneath the panel. Alright, let's print a few more cables. Which is still a weird thing to say, but that's, I think, the correct way to say it. Can we jump on top? Yes, we can. So we can install these already. Nice and smooth. Can we then also shape these windows already? Yes. Last one. Alright, so we connect these up. And what would be nice maybe is to at least try and connect the data ports. But we need quite a bit of wire to do that. So we are failing. Shit, the wrong button. Alright, you go printing that. And we go install some windows. Well, trying is the right word because we were really failing. The difference in height is a little bit annoying at this spot. Alright, that's the first bit. How are we doing for cables? Surely that's enough, right? And I think we need more iron sheets now. Yeah. Probably even more than that, but let's see. So connect the data port. We might at some point use the solar script. I think there is one, if I'm not mistaken. So they will follow the sun, which will give you more yield. So I think that's worth it. And it will be a fun little challenge. So why not try it? Yeah. Now, I of course forgot to set the solar panels, so that's really a bit of an oversight. Wrong button. Alright, It was something like that, I think. There's no sun, so we don't really know. Alright, so those are set. And then this last one. Oh, we don't have the correct tool. I think that's fine. Just smashing the button 10 times. Yeah, back in you go. Are we missing Are we missing one? Well, of course we have to do this side still. But I cannot remember that I brought an extra piece of glass, so that's a little bit strange. But well. Our window. And one of these. Alright, so that should be fine then. I really did put in all the windows. Alright. So they should generate some power again. And this time they won't bother us, being in the way of our base. We got another egg. So we can leave those. Alright, so that's that project done. Sorting our life looks a bit cleaner now here as well. Do we want to split the grid for our base? Probably yes. So this is actually a splitting point, but this is a splitting point for the airlock in two ways actually. So it might be a little bit overkill to split it there. I'm not sure if that's actually necessary. So this will charge that bit. Yeah, the reason to do this is because this will otherwise power the grid. And now it will just charge that battery. Not really sure if this is required. Maybe we'll move it. Let's see. If we are all of a sudden without power, then we know why. So this is apparently the place where a base gets all its power. We might just repair this before we forget about it. So do we want to control power from in or outside? I'm not really sure it matters. We'll just stick it here. Alright, so now we have power again. And now it's like a own separate grid. Do we still have the network analyzer? No. Should have. So you can actually name networks. I'm not sure how that works, maybe by putting the labeler on the network. So this is requiring like 300 watts only. But yeah, it's its own little grid, 20 devices, where this one has 15 devices. So I think this is a nice separation. So what you could actually do, let's switch this around again. So what you could actually do is that you limit the amount of power that goes into all your machinery, and so that you're only able to use one at a time. I think that's how it works. So then you will save a bit of power, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the way to use it. Does this still have like nitrogen? Yeah, and liquid nitrogen, which is not really great for your pipes, but don't really care.
Hydration critical.
Pressure is fine. And the temperature actually is pretty close to what my fridge is, so good enough. Alright, we'll check in the morning what this does. For now, we'll take care of our mortal needs. How are you doing, Bob? Let's take that egg from you. You're doing well. Mass producing chicken. How much food? This is just 1 and this is 5. Oh, you probably need this more than I do then. And we got more coming. Oh, then in that case you may have this one. Stack of 16 weed. Let's put it a little bit out of reach. We'll probably take this tasty potato. Take some of that. We still have some water, right? Yeah, 21 liters. I'm not sure how fast it depletes with the plants. Not really paying attention. Nice. Put that in our pocket. And go and find some more green. We're like a true farmer now. Farmers on Mars. So the alternative is that you leave this flowering and then you get like seeds plus the yield. Your normal harvest. I'm not sure if it's worth the time, to be honest. Because you get 1 seed, I think. Whereas your plant grows 5, so I think it makes more sense to just continue harvesting. So this is depleting, but we are working on that bit. We could actually check if the system is working now, which is a nice opportunity to see if things explode. Is that actually connected? Doesn't look like it is, does it? Is that just me, or does that look really strange? Did we put this the wrong way around? Let's check it out. No, it says it's connected. Oh, now I see it. Not sure if that was there before like that. Alright, so the way this works is that you put this thing on. Then there's a bunch of pressure building up in the tubes. And we should see the pressure dropping here. And then we could start filtering oxygen. So, of course, the way to do this ideally is to get some script going. Now, as I said previously, we might do that. We might make such a script. For now, we won't. and we will focus on checking if it works, and yeah, show you a little bit what the idea is. So let's get our suit warning down a little bit. Moving around. Day 42 already. Right. So we set inward. Yeah. So the pressure should be dropping. Let's actually check if we don't have any pollution here. No, things are well. So 88% oxygen, also some CO2. So we are actually we're doing a good job of breathing. What actually happens to the remaining bit of air? I think it just keeps circulating. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem actually. I just realized something. 1 second. There is a flaw in our design. Right. So we have more in our air than just oxygen. So what will now happen is that the mix of air comes in. It just keeps circulating until the end of time. So basically you build up pressure here. So that's probably not what you want. What would make much more sense is that we change this for like air mix or something. Yeah, I think that makes much more sense. So then we at least store the air in here, because we use the oxygen all the time. So let's do that. So we have some air mixture that we are saving for later. So then this actually was correct. Alright, so now we unpaint all the painted bits. Could just get orange paint, I guess. Maybe that makes more sense. At least for this last bit then. Alright, so now we can store like a shit ton of just dirty air. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Power low.
Slowly we're figuring things out. So let's make some paint. Do we still have iron yet? Orange. I am a little bit surprised that we got like 4 extra tubes out of that weird loop. Ah, that's because of this bit. Yeah, makes sense. Nice. We can already switch this on. This is on. These are open. Let's see if this works. The easiest way to do this actually is to make another canister. I don't think we have any spare canisters, right? No. So that will be this thing, I guess. Now, if we are really smart, which we are not, we will paint it white. Now, I don't think we have anything left, right? No. So more paint. We keep ourselves busy with these jobs. Is it, did it drop the canister? What? I lost the canister. Ooh, batteries are draining. So, oh, this is off, that's why. This is how you end up with printing things in big numbers. It didn't work, let's try again. It didn't work, let's try again. So we drop that. Alright. So we might want to drop off the egg while we're here. And I guess we need the cardboard box back. I didn't expect to get more eggs. I thought this was it. Alright, someone left the fridge open. This one goes in. We go in. This takes forever, come on guys. So it is possible to change these for big vents, but then I think we need a bigger air vent. So let's not do that at this point. Alright, so this has now 0 pressure. And then the moment that I switch this on, everything explodes. No. It should slowly do things, so the pressure should drop. Which it does, so let's wait for a moment. That's a big drop, right? Alright, I didn't expect it to drop that rapidly. Do we still have ice? This is oxide. So we could just add a bit more pressure here. Will cost us our temperature. So we want to be around 51, I think, was ideal growth for some plants. Alright, so now we're back here. Everything is good. Temperature is a little bit low, but we can take it, I think. Yeah, no weird shit. Alright, we're still in the clear. So this has 0 pressure, which makes sense. Because we didn't put on the pressure sensor yet. Pressure pump. Take a little snack. Nice. So now we could be lucky and see that there's actually things in this pipe. There's pollution in there.
Power low.
How is that possible? That is unexpected. Oh, here it says that there's actually nothing. And this one does contain things. Haha, I know why. This is the wrong way around. And we know that this is working. That took me quite some time to figure out. Curious if one of you guys already spotted my error. Let's try like this. So the game is actually quite fun like that, when things make sense. So the good thing about having big stretches of pipe is that this pressure builds up, but the system can easily take care of it. So now there's just oxygen going out. It's building up pretty quickly actually. We should probably stop that, so just you stop for a minute. Because I don't know what a pipe can actually handle. Didn't really think about that. Does it say? Well, it has 0% stress, so we're still on the safe end, but this is something we didn't consider. So what we might want to do is to build up at least a little bit of buffer. Where we go insulated this one. Guess we need a bit more silicon then. So we can increase the volume without making a big tank. We do need a bit more temperature in our system. Alright, up, up and away. Look at the amount of volatiles and crap. Still a bit more, right? Is fuel actually the other way around? Am I doing it wrong? The spelling is at least the other way around. Fuel. It's like this. Nope. I'm spontaneously dyslexic. That's foul. Fuel. There we go. Doesn't really tell us how to make that. Fuel? No. Alright, well, I guess it doesn't matter. We're almost there. In a rather special way. It's ready. Return that. Pressure is a bit high, but we can take it. Let's see. That's it, right? Yeah. So you can, you can make this one, which requires 2 of the things. And then we have a bit more space. Let's check it out. We do have a shower warning that we're super smelly, but we're the only ones on this planet. So the only one that's really bothered is just us. So it doesn't really matter if I place it here or not, right? No, because this is just a one-way port. So that's perfectly fine. So we will place it here, I guess. Alright, that works. Oh, we still have the paint. Nice. Alright, so now the pressure is a bit lower. So that reduced it by 2. Halved it. So that's pretty good. So this is already set to something, right? Yeah. So we can turn it on. And what we should see is the pressure building up there. So it should reduce here very slowly, and it's slowly building up there. So it's moving it and it's compressing it essentially, which is great because we will have a we have oxygen canister full at the end of it. So that's how the system is working. So if you automate it, you always have a fresh canister of oxygen. So that's of course the dream, but this is still fine. Alright, so that's really it for today. So we did quite some things. We cleaned up our base in terms of moving the solar panels. We took care of Bob, our trustful companion, who's just eating all the time. And fixed our logic system. Let me know if you have any questions about that bit. And we even tried out our gas system. So it's a little bit unordered, maybe unstructured, but I hope you enjoy nevertheless. And yeah, next time we'll continue, and we see what we'll do then. Maybe we'll expand our base a little bit, work on this area, or maybe do the scripting part. We'll find out next time. So thank you for joining, and bye bye.